Dealing with sine and cosine signals is a very common job in electronics, electrical and instrumentation engineering. More or less, whenever we speak regarding voltage currents, whenever we speak regarding AC signal, we speak regarding sinusoidal signal, which can be a sine or cosine form. So what happens is in many situations, so we may have to represent a sine function in terms of cos and cos function in terms of sine. Now you will say in 12th class we learned or 10th class we learned how to represent sine in terms of cos or cos in terms of sine. So just by introducing a phase shift of plus or minus 90 degree, this job can be done. But I have observed in many situations students used to get confused whether you should add plus 90 or minus 90, and there the confusion starts. And nowadays, like this MSU questions what you're going to face in the upcoming GATE exam. So, there is a good scope in these segments to confuse student in terms of sine and cos. So this conversion, you should be very, very clear. And because if you see the options, they might be looking different, but they might be representing the same informations. So to avoid the sine and cos, whatever things you have learnt in trigonometry, I am going to represent that in form of a diagram. So that you don't have to memorize any cases, just by referring that diagram, you can always tell it. Okay, so let's see. So you can write, the topic is representation of sine and cosine. So this concept I cannot tell this will be under any particular topic. Okay, so this can be used in any subjects and in any topic. Okay, so let's be generic about it. What I'm doing is, so I'm taking 4 axes. This axis is positive cos axis and its opposite one is negative cos axis. This is my positive sine axis and its opposite one is negative sine axis. Okay, now suppose somebody say to represent 5 sine omega t, okay, let's say minus 30 degree. How do I represent this? If somebody says to represent 10 cos omega t plus let's say 70 degree, how do I represent this? If somebody say minus 6 sine of omega t plus 45 degree, how do I represent this? And if somebody says minus 8 cos of omega t minus 120 degree, how do I represent this? So let me show you actually what this is this thing. So how to use this one is, so only one thing you should remember, okay, positive angle, okay, positive angle means anti-clockwise, negative angle means it is clockwise. So what is the meaning of these statements? I'll explain you now, okay, just remember this. So let's go one by one. So this 5 sine omega t minus 30, what is my intention in this case is, my intention is to represent this particular quantity in all its possible forms. So how do I do that? So to plot this, what I'll be doing is, see, these are the sinusoidal quantity. So this sinusoidal quantity having magnitudes and phase. So frequency we are not bothered about in this case. We'll be by default assuming this is the magnitude and phase at certain frequency. What is the exact frequency is not of interest to in this case. We'll concentrate only on the magnitude and phase. So this comes in positive sine. This comes in positive sine. Okay, so this comes in positive cos. This comes in negative sine. And this comes in negative cos. And we have 4 axes for this is the positive sine axis, negative sine axis, positive cos and negative cos. So why I am saying positive sine? So this is sine with positive amplitudes, this is cos with positive amplitudes, this is sine with negative amplitude, so negative sine, this is cos with negative amplitude, negative cos. So to represent this, so I will be going into the positive sine axis, okay, so 5 sine omega t minus 30. So once you get positive sine, you go to positive sine axis. So which is my positive sine? This is positive sine axis. And what is the phase shift? So this is actually phase shift or angle, this is minus 30. So from here, because this angle is negative angle, you should move 30 degree in the clockwise directions, because negative angle means clockwise, positive angle means anti-clockwise. Okay, so to plot this, so I will be taking my reference as positive sign and I will be moving 30 degree in the clockwise directions. If this could have been plus 30, I would have moved in the anti-clockwise directions. So if this is the reference, if I say you move this direction, this is clockwise, This direction is anti-clockwise. So I have to move 30 degree in the clockwise directions. So this angle will be 30 degree. Okay, this angle will be 30 degree. Okay, so this is what the representation of this particular quantity. And what about this 5? This length is 5. Okay, this length is 5. Actually, even a sinusoidal quantity having magnitude, phase and frequency. So major time, okay, all the time confusion comes in the phase only. So when I am representing like this, the length of this arrow from this origin is indicating the magnitudes, and phase is the orientation or the inclination from the positive sign. So this is 30 degree. So this is the representation of this. Now my job in this case is to represent this quantity in terms of its other representations. So how to represent this quantity in terms of negative sign, in terms of positive cos, in terms of negative cos. Now let me show you how it is represented in terms of positive cos. So if you want to represent in the positive cos, you measure what is the distance of this line from positive cos. So each of these are 90 degree. This, I know the angle between these axes are 99, 90. So if I want to represent this, in terms of cos, so I should measure what is the angle from positive cos axis. So from positive cos axis, this is the clockwise movements, and that to be how much angle? So this angle is 90 and this angle is 30. So it is 120 degrees. 120 degree, what you should take? Negative or positive? Negative. Why? Because you are moving clockwise. So if you want to write this in terms of cos, so this will be 5 cos omega t minus 120. Okay. So that magnitude will not change. Magnitude will be same 5 only. So 5 cos omega t minus 1 will this. You can also cross check whether this is true or not. If I ask you to plot this, how you can plot it? So you will be going to positive cos as your reference, and from there you should move 120 degree in the clockwise. So 120 if you clockwise means 90 degree will be reaching here, another 30 degree. So this is definitely representing this line itself. So that is correct. Next thing is how to express this in terms of negative sign. So if you want to represent in terms of negative sign, so I am erasing this. Okay. So if you want to represent in negative sign, so you should measure this distance from negative sign. Okay. So from negative sign, if you see, so this is what the distance is. So how much is this distance then? So this is 90, and if this is 30, this will be 60. So this is 150 degree. So it is anti-clockwise or clockwise? From negative sign, this is anti-clockwise, right? Clockwise means this way, this is anti-clockwise. So it should be positive 150 degrees. So I can write this as minus 5 sine of omega t, and this is plus 150 degrees. If I ask you to write this in terms of what is left, in terms of negative cos. So how do you write in terms of negative cos? Here one more doubt you may have. So the doubt might be like this. So sir, why you have taken this is 150? So to reach here, so I can also move in this way. If I am moving in this way, so the net angle will be 180 plus 30, 210, minus 210 degree you will get. But that is not in the range of minus 180 plus 180. I believe you know the principal arguments, where in that case we have to restrict our vision between minus 180 to plus 180. So this answer is coming in that range, but this answer is coming minus 210 degree, which is not in that range. So even if there are two possible ways, so to maintain this standard, we are not going for that one. I am going for this 150. So that's it. Now coming to the next one. Okay. So in terms of what I said, negative cos. So negative cos is here. So I should move this way. So this is anti-clockwise movement again, and this is 60 degree movements. Because if this is 30, this will be 60. So this can be written as minus 5 cos omega t plus 60 degree. And these answers are correct or not, you can check it. So let's say I want to verify it's correct or not. So if I ask you to plot it, so you'll be going to negative cos, and from there you'll be moving 60 degree in the anti-clockwise because that angle is positive. So you'll be definitely reaching here. So this is the representation of this. Similarly, we can do representation of all these. So this is over. Now coming to this, let's see. So this is given 10 cos omega t plus 70. Okay. So this positive cos is the reference, and from positive cos, your movement should be 70 degree in the anti-clockwise direction because this angle is positive. So from positive cos, you should move 70 degree. So this angle is your 70 degree. And this length will be your 10. So let us represent this in the other three forms. So it is in positive cos. I have to write this in terms of positive sign, and negative cos. So if I am asking you in terms of positive sign, so you have to measure this distance from positive sign, how far it is. So to reach here, so I have two paths, this path and this path. But if I am going this way, so I am exceeding that 180. So this itself is 180. So I should not go this way, I should go this way. So what is this distance then? So this is 70 and this is 90. So this is 160. 160 in anti-clockwise or clockwise directions. So from here you are moving in the anti-clockwise directions, right? So clockwise you would have in this way. This is anti-clockwise, so this would be plus 160. So this is equivalent to, I can write this as, this can be written as 10 sine of omega t plus 160 degree. So to cross check this is correct or not, you move to positive sign and move 160 degree in the anti-clockwise, you will be definitely reaching here. So this is with respect to positive sign. So what is this answer with respect to negative sign? So negative sign means I should measure the distance from the negative sign like this. So if this is 70 degree means, so this angle is 20 degree. So 20 degree, that too we are moving here in the clockwise. So this should be negative 20 you should take. So from, like negative sign if you want to represent, you have to move in the clockwise. How much? 20 degree. So clockwise 20 degree is nothing but equals to minus 20 degree actually. So I can write this as minus 10 sine of omega t minus 20 degrees. So if you go to the negative sign, if you move 20 degree in the clockwise, you will be reaching here. So that's the corresponding answer. And now if you want to represent in terms of cos, so negative cos, so what we will go, if you go this way, so this will be again more than 180, so you have to go in this way. So this way, this movement is, this is 90 and this is 20, this is 110 degree. 110 degree in the clockwise direction, so you should take this as negative 110. So this can be written as negative 10 cos of omega t minus 110 degrees, right? So if you go to negative cos and if you move in the 110 degree in the clockwise directions, you'll be definitely reaching here. This is the answer. Now coming to this cases, let us see one by one. So let me draw it again separately. This is your negative sign, this is your negative cos, this is your positive sign, and this is your positive cos. Minus 6 sine omega t plus 45 degrees. So where this will be coming? So where this will be coming means, so negative sign is this axis, from here 45 degree in the anti-clockwise directions. So this is clockwise, so anti-clockwise will be this one. So this length of this arrow will be 6 and this angle is 45 degrees, okay. So I have to represent this in other three forms. So how do you represent this in negative cos form? So negative cos means you have to measure from here. So from here this is 45 degree in the clockwise directions. I can write this as minus 6 cos of omega t minus 45 degrees. Right? From here you move 45 degree clockwise, you will be reaching here. How do you write this in the positive sign form? So positive sign form, if I ask you, so you have to take the reference from here. So this way again it will be more than 180, so I should move this way. So this is 90 and this is 45. So it is 135. 135 in clockwise directions. From here it is clockwise. So minus 135 I should take. So it is 6 sine omega t minus 135 degrees. And then if I want to write this in terms of what is left, positive cos, so it will be plus 6 cos omega t. Now I should check the distance from positive cos. So from positive cos, if I am going this way, it is more than 180, so I should be going this way. So it is 90 and this is 45, 135, but this movement is anti-clockwise movement. So you should take plus 135. So it is omega t plus 135 degrees. And what about this then? So minus 8 cos omega t minus 120 degree. How do you write this? So if you want to plot it, so how does this plot will look like? So this is your again positive cos, negative cos, positive, this is negative sign, and this is your positive sign. So it is negative cos, so you should come here. The reference is negative cos. You should come to this axis. And here it will be omega t minus 120. So minus 120 from here. So this is anti-clockwise, this is clockwise, because minus 120 negative angle, so it should be moving clockwise. So this is 90 and 30. So this is what it should be. So this angle is 30 degrees. So that from here 90, 30, 120. Okay. And this length will be your 8. So how to represent this in the other three formats? So if I want to write this in the negative sign, so what this will be? So from negative sign this will be 30 degree movement itself. So because this angle is 120, right? This angle is 120 we are telling. So if this angle is 120, this is 30 and this is 90, right? So total 120 in the clockwise, this is that minus 120. So from negative sign if you check, so this will be minus of 8 sine of, it is omega t minus of 30 degrees. right? From here it is 30 degree in the clockwise, that's why minus 30. And how much is this in positive cos forms? So from positive cos form means you have to measure this distance. So that is definitely equals to 60 degree in anti-clockwise directions. So this will be 8 cos of omega t plus 60 degree, right? Because anti-clockwise movements. What is the next thing then? Next thing is I have to represent this in terms of the what is left in terms of positive sign. So positive sign means 8 sine of omega t. So from positive sign, if you measure this one, so how much is this? So this angle is 30, right? This will be 60. So this is 150. So this angle is 150 degrees, right? So this will be nothing but equals to minus of 150 degrees. From here, if you move 150 in the clockwise directions, you will be reaching to this. So this is how to represent one sinusoidal quantity in its other forms. Suppose you are getting a question in the networks, and let's say, for example, your final answer is this one, okay? So in the MSQ, they may tell, so let's say you are getting some voltage or current in these functions, then which of the following is voltage or current? So if you get only this option, you should not stop there. You should also check what are the other possibility. So the same quantity can have 4 different forms, this, and this. So that's very interesting. And I believe if you understood these graphical techniques, in your entire life you are not going to do a mistake while representing sine in terms of cos or cos in terms of sine. In fact, the trigonometry identity, whatever you have learned, that also you can very easily visualize here. So this is the positive sine I said, this is the positive cos I said, this is the negative sine I said, and this is the negative cos I said. Suppose if I ask you, what is sine of omega t plus 90 degrees? Okay, sine of omega t plus 90 degrees, where will you reach? So sine, positive sine, you go here, and from here I am saying that you move 90 degree in the anti-clockwise direction. So this is what your clockwise, this is what your anti-clockwise. So you reach to plus cos omega t. If I ask you what is sine omega t minus 90, so from here if you go 90 degree in the clockwise directions, you will be going to negative cos axis. So this will be minus of cos omega t. So here it is plus minus, this is also plus minus. So this identity you must have learnt in trigonometry. So you can also visualize this from here. Similarly, if I ask you what is cos of omega t plus 90 degrees, so what you will get? So from cos, if I say you add 90 degrees, so you move anti-clockwise 90 degree. So if you move anti-clockwise 90 degree, so you will be reaching to minus of sine omega t. But if I say what is cos omega t minus 90 degree, you will be reaching to plus sine omega t. So here you get plus sine. Similarly, if I ask you what is sine of omega t plus 180 degree, what you get? So sine of omega t plus 180 degree. So here if you move 180 degree in the anti-clockwise directions, so where will be reaching? You will be reaching to minus sine omega t. So if I say you are on sine, you add or subtract 180 degree. So if you add 180, it is plus 180, you will be moving in the anti-clockwise directions, right? So which is this direction, this is the anti-clockwise movements, and this is the clockwise movements, right? So if you move 180 degree, let it be anti-clockwise clockwise. So in both cases, you will be reaching to minus sine axis. So whether it is sine omega t plus 180 or minus 180, then the answer will be it is minus of sine omega t. Similarly, if I take cos as the reference, if I ask you what is cos of omega t plus or minus 180 degree, so still your answer is if you add cos, so like you'll be reaching here or reaching here. So let it be positive or negative 180. So in both cases your answer will be minus of cos omega t. So these are the trigonometry identity you must have marked up, and remembering this much of 7 to 8 these things might be, you may get confused sometime. So if you do a mistake of positive or negative sign, that question itself is wrong. But I believe by knowing these graphical techniques, you are not going to lose any questions if you come across such concepts. Hope this is clear, and this will be definitely useful for you in many subjects, in many chapters. Hope you liked it, and do share your comments in the comment box. I'll be reading that. And if you need any other concept where you are facing difficulty, just write in the box. I'll be referring them. I'll make video for you. Thank you for watching this.